everyone. It's Miss Paynter here today. It's Tuesday, May the 5th. And you can see that I have on my Gilbert Institute shirt today because I miss my students and colleagues at Gilbert Institute. So today I thought I'd wear the shirt. Today is a story that I think I've read in some of my guidance classes before. So some of you might be familiar with it. It was a birthday book club selection a couple of years ago. For those of you who do not know, at Gilbert Institute, when it's your birthday, you buy books or you contribute books to either the library or a classroom library. And so for my birthday, I always got a bunch for different teachers. So this was a book that I donated to some classrooms a couple of years ago because I like it. It's a book that I like. And so the name of this book is Dragon Was Terrible. And it is written by diPucchio. I think I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure. And the pictures are by Greg Pizzoli. And let's see what happens in this book. Dragon was terrible. Dragon was terrible. Naturally, dragons have a bit of terrible in them because they're dragons after all. But this dragon was super terrible. He stomped on flowers. He played tricks on the guards. And he spit on cupcakes. Who does that? Dragon, that's who. That's not all. He scribbled in books. He threw sand. And he took candy from baby unicorns. Honestly, that's terrible. The king had enough. Enough, he said. And he posted this sign. Brave knights, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift. It shall be a nice gift. Ye shall like it. His Royal Majesty the King. And right here it says, Dragon was here. Knights lined up to show off their dragon taming skills. They all failed miserably. And Dragon just grew more terrible. He chased fuzzy yellow ducklings around the moat. He TP'd the castle. And he burned every last royal marshmallow to a blackened crisp. The villagers had enough. Enough, they said. And they posted this sign. Brave people, whoever shall tame the terrible dragon shall be rewarded with a gift from the king. It shall be a nice gift, we hope. Ye shall like it, perhaps. His Royal Majesty the King. And then you have here, Dragon was here again. Ordinary blokes and lassies lined up to try their hand at taming the dragon, and they all failed, embarrassingly so. And just when you thought it wasn't possible, Dragon grew even more terrible. He popped birthday balloons. He drew funny faces on the drawbridge, and he burped in church loudly. Honestly, that's terrible. and rude. A boy wearing a feathered cap and a look of determination had had enough. Only he didn't say enough, like you thought he would. Instead, he sketched a story. The next day, Dragon followed a trail of marshmallows to a shady tree where the boy was reading. The boy spied the dragon out of the corner of his eye and began to read aloud in a booming voice. And then the brave dragon swooped in to save the princess, he said. Dragon stopped in his tracks. But the terrible knight pulled out his wicked sword. Dragon pretended not to listen. The brave dragon roared, and the fraidy cat knight trembled in his boots. Dragon pretended to walk away. A crowd began to gather, and Dragon took cover in a tree. The boy continued reading, page after page after page, until snap, crash, Dragon landed on the ground with a terrible thud. The crowd gasped. The dragon roared. The clever boy didn't flinch. He reached out a hand to the dragon and said, "Would you like to hear how the story ends?" And just when you thought it wasn't possible, Dragon smiled, and he took a seat beneath the tree with the other children. Honestly, that's adorable. The king cheered, the villagers cheered, the baby unicorn and fuzzy ducklings cheered the loudest of all. At long last, the terrible dragon had been tamed. The end. Hey, wait, what about the reward? Oh, yes, that. The gift was a new friend. A nice dragon, of course. And that's truly the end. I really love that story because it reminds me that sometimes when you have a problem, you might have to think outside of the box and be creative with your thinking in order to solve it. Anyway, that's me for today. That's the story for today. I hope you love it. I love that story. I think it's so funny. And I enjoy reading it. So I hope you enjoy listening. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in this space tomorrow for more Reading with Miss Paynter. Bye-bye.